What is going on YouTube? John here, back again with another unboxing and review. Today we have the 1/6 scale Poison Ivy Maquette by Tweeterhead. Now this one I've actually been waiting for a while. I've become a fan of Tweeterhead this year. I've picked up their Harley Superpowers Maquette, their Batgirl, and pretty soon I'm hoping to get a few other ones that come out later in the year and early next year. But yeah, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the box, show you all the pieces, put it together, and tell you what I think. How about we get started? Alright, we're going to start with showing you what the front of the box looks like. Taking it out of that, you have the styrofoam tray it comes in, and we're going to go ahead and take it out of this styrofoam tray by starting to cut the tape along the sides. And just to give you a quick overview of who Poison Ivy is, she was created by Robert Kanigher and Sheldon Moldoff and made her debut in Batman number 181 in June 1966. Poison Ivy has the power to use her natural pheromones to control whoever she wants. She also has an ability to control the floor life around her, and it gives her kind of an instant army to go against anyone who tries to stop her. But she's not a villain in her traditional sense. She's more of an eco-terrorist, and she's determined to push mankind out of the way so plants can rule the planet. Hope you guys enjoyed that little history lesson. So let's get back to the statue here and open up the styrofoam tray. And once you do, you're met with a handful of pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the base. And initially I had a little bit of trouble getting it out of the styrofoam tray. It was almost like suctioned in, and I was afraid of pulling too hard and maybe snapping off one of the leaves of the throne. So after a little bit of wiggling and a little bit of pressure pulling upward, I was finally able to set it loose. And after a little bit, it finally came off. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the wax paper here and give it a good look. All right, let's take a closer look at Pamela Isley's throne here. I think they did a fantastic job with the paint applications. As you can see, oh, there's a little bit of styrofoam there, but I love the gradients of green they have here. The vines are really nicely colored. The wood in the back is really well done. I love all the cracks in the cement that they have, where you can really tell that the throne is really cemented down onto the base. I think they did a fantastic job here. All right, and flipping the base around so you can look at the bottom, you can check the nice little artwork they have here. And they also have the edition size. It says Tweeterhead Poison Ivy Maquette, and there's 1,500 of them total, and mine is number 411. And with that out of the way, let's move the base to the side, take a look at some of the other pieces, get rid of this wax paper, and let's take a look at one of her little pet flowers. We'll look at the first one here, take it out of the wax paper and give it a closer look. And it's really nicely painted, as you can see here. I love the big teeth it has. Even though it looks kind of menacing, separate from the rest of the statue, once it's connected to the statue itself, it actually looks kind of playful. I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side now that we took a closer look. And let's move on to this little top leaf here, which I think is actually separate just to avoid breakages. As you can see, the paint application is very consistent with the rest of the throne. I think it's really nicely done here. And the way you connect this to the rest of the base is with a little magnet that's embedded into the piece. All right, moving on from this, let's go ahead and take a look at Poison Ivy herself. Let's take a look at that part of the statue. I'm gonna go ahead and take her out of this styrofoam tray, go ahead and crumple up this paper, set it to the side, and my initial impressions here are actually really positive. I think they did a fantastic job with the paint application. You can see the leaves are a part of her costume, are, you know, have a lot of depth and dimension. It's not just one flat color. It has a lot of shading that kind of like gives it a lot of depth. I think they did a really good job with the portrait. Sometimes that can make or break a statue. I think they did a great job here with the paint applications. I know some people were disappointed with the fact that she lost a little bit of this playful side eye she had in the prototype. And I can kind of see how people would be disappointed with that, but I don't think that means they did a poor job here. I think it still came out really well. She had beautiful paint application. I love the way her red hair is so like red and radiant. And going to the bottom of the statue here, we don't kink shame on this channel, so enjoy these pictures. If you're into that sort of thing, they did a good job on the paint application on her toenails. All right, moving on to the rest of the statue here from her body. We'll take a closer look later when we put it together. Let's move on to some of the other pieces, like the second plant pet that she has. I'm not going to stay too long on this one because it's very similar in quality to the other one I already showed. But again, very well done. I love the teeth. I love all the paint applications. Everything is pretty solid, really well done piece. All right, moving on from that, let's go ahead and put this Poison Ivy statue together, shall we? All right, we're starting here with the base in full view. Go ahead and start with one of the first plant pets, and it's just a pin that goes inside of a hole, but it's very specific and it's an odd angle, so I had to wiggle it around back and forth a little bit until it finally kind of met where it's supposed to go together. After that, let's go ahead and put Poison Ivy on her throne. There's a magnet there. There's one on her body. You just kind of put the two together and she kind of naturally goes into place just like that. All right, and Poison Ivy's looking really nice on her throne here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the other plant pet on the other side, the one that she's kind of like scratching the plant's chin. That one wasn't as hard to put in as you can see, but it was still a little tricky, kind of fitting the pin inside the hole. And you're almost done here. This is pretty much almost the end. So far so good. As you can see, give it a little twirl so you could take a look all the way around. And the only thing left is this right here. As you can see, there is a magnet right there, and you kind of match it up with the top of the throne there, and it should snap right into place. And it does. And there you have it, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. The 1/6 scale Poison Ivy Maquette by Tweeterhead. I think they did a fantastic job with this piece. I love the paint applications, from the pet plants down to her leaf kind of costume that has all the shading on it, down to the paint applications on the vines on her arms and legs, down to the wood breaking down the concrete on the base. I just think they did a phenomenal job. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. And if you guys are interested in picking Poison Ivy up, I do believe she's still available on the Sideshow website. I will have a link in the description. I'm not sponsored by Sideshow or anything. I bought this with my own money. It's just I'm really into these and thought you guys would like it. So if you guys are interested in picking one up, you know where to go.
Stop. Frank, shut up. And no again. What? Stop saying do it. You just, fine.
Anyway, that's all I'm going to have for you today. Hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. It'll help my channel grow and help the algorithm kind of put my videos up in the front. If you want to get notified as soon as I put out a new video, go ahead and hit the bell icon you see there, and you'll get a notification every time I do. So with all that said, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and take care, Bat Family.